Okay, we have a Trump nationwide tour update coming out of Dayton, Ohio. This time he opened his shit show concert with the ode to the hostages, the political hostages from J6, singing their anthem. He no longer does the national anthem because, it's all about Trump. I didn't figure out if they did baptisms at this particular tent revival in Dayton, Ohio, but it did gravitate in conversation towards what would be, in his words, a bloodbath if he was not reelected in November. That in many ways, this country would be a bloodbath. This is the GOP nominee for President of the United States, now threatening a bloodbath. The other batshit crazy stuff that comes out of his mouth is just like, hey, what's next? But he's not only threatening civil war, he's not only telling people to arm up, but he's basically sending a message to bloodbath. This has negative ramifications in a lot of ways. Mainly, it stirs up his base that aren't always acting so rationally. Second, it draws attention also to these cases, and him being out on the street could actually lead to, if he's threatening people and putting people in danger in any way, shape, or form, he is supposed to be automatically reprimanded for pre-trial detention. That is, sitting in jail until the trials happen, which would mean he'd be sitting in jail for the entire delay of each one of his trials. So we will see if that's going to happen. But his rhetoric is getting more and more dangerous. His puppets around the GOP are getting more and more dangerous. The laws that they are passing in different states across the country are stripping women of every right they had. And we have GOP members going for office that are flat out saying that they want women's rights taken, not be allowed to vote anymore, no more equal rights. These are people that are being elected to Republican seats. They're saying this stuff on camera. We can no longer be upset, especially Republican voters can no longer be upset when things aren't going right and there's a lot of animosity and things are just batshit crazy in this country, because 9 times out of 10, it's their votes that put those people there that make it go crazy. If you're not going to waste your time in making sure the person you vote for is worthy of your vote, you need to at least waste the time to research why the pains and the complaints you have are actually happening, and if anyone tried to fix it, who voted to fix it or try and fix it and who didn't. That simple step should make you back up enough to recognize the people you've been voting for have been lying to you about what they're doing on your behalf, and you're not putting the interest enough in following through to see if they were actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, because they work for you. They're your employees. You hired them. The rest of us are just stuck with them and the ramifications of what they do while they're in office, which pisses us off, because we saw through their bullshit and you didn't, and there were more voices of you or better cheaters on your side of the aisle that put them in the office. But either way, take responsibility for your vote and recognize that it has ramifications across the board, not just in this country, but across this world. So pay attention. It's going to get really crazy. God bless. Stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We are all in this together. Both sides of the aisle. From the bottom to the top.